What's up, guys? Zed here with my question thing, where I sit here and answer your questions or something. I just got finished watching Doctor Who mid-season finale, by the way, which was like, boom! That was awesome. Did enjoy that, definitely. Oh, let's stretch here, because I have 300 comments on this video. 300? What? Like, what? 300? Okay, so... yeah, I'm going to try and go through as many questions as I can. I don't know how long this is going to end up being. I may well have to split it into parts. I may well have to do some now and then do some next week, or I don't even know. But let's see how this goes, and hopefully it will be okay. So, let's start off. We are going to start with a comment from Icaro Faron, who, what he did was basically he asked me 10 questions, but all of them were kind of questions that lots of other people asked, and I like it because they're all in one place and I don't have to go around the place finding them. So let's just let's go with these. Let's go with these to start with, these 10, and there are a lot, you know, the questions that generally people were asking anyway. So okay, number 1, why do you like Shuckle, and is it your favourite Pokemon? Right, well, Shuckle... Right, okay, here's the story behind Shuckle. Back in the day, on the O&M forums, you know, they had like a gym system set up where there was gym leaders of each different types, you know, the sort of standard back in the day thing, which no one really does anymore because everyone knows that it kind of fails and it doesn't really work. Like, the gym system doesn't work anymore because it's too inconvenient in general and people just don't stay committed to those sort of things. But back in the day it was good fun, you know, the community was pretty tight knit and it was pretty good on the O&M. So I was there for a while and I challenged lots of the gyms, and eventually, like, I sort of became well enough known in that community to be able to take on one of the gyms myself. So I applied to be the bug gym leader because you know, I really liked, you know, bug type things and all that good stuff. Like Yanmega was something I was using a lot at the time. I really wanted to abuse that a lot more, so I used that. And I think in the gym system we had one Pokemon which was could be not a bug type, so that'll come into it later. But first of all, I needed like some walls for the team, so I'm like looking at my team, and my first wall is Fortress, and so I'm like, okay, Fortress is good, that's good. I need a special wall. I was like, you know, I've got a physical wall in Fortress, I need a special wall. So I thought, you know, let's have a look here, and I was like, oh, this Shuckle, this looks pretty cool. It has wow, it has the fuck ton of defense, then it doesn't have great HP. I might as well use this, you know. That's my sort of mind process there, was like, you know, Shuckle has pretty decent Spec D, as the best fucking Spec D in the game, for God's sake. But yeah, that was my thought process. So what I did was I decided to make one with max HP and max special defense, because it was intended to be a special wall and not to have any physical defense, but it could still take physical hits relatively well. And, you know, I had Fortress for that. So, like, the first few games I had with this team, it was working out pretty nicely. Shuckle wasn't really shining too much. He wasn't doing anything special. And then I remember this one match I had with Nachos, who is that narrated battle that I put up, you know, for my 10,000 subs special. I put up the first battle I ever narrated. It wasn't actually that game, but a game I played him in before, he brought a Hippowdon, and what I didn't realize was with the Hippowdon came Sandstorm, and you know, of course, in the sand, rock types get boosted their special defense times 1.5. So what happened was he brought this Hippowdon, and I didn't even realize it, but I sent in Shuckle against his Heatran, and this Heatran does nothing to my Shuckle. Like, it throws a stab Fire Blast. I think it was boosted by Flash Fire or something, like a Flash Fire Blast in my face, and it takes like a quarter off. I'm like, what the hell? How did this Shuckle suddenly become so godlike? And I was astounded. I was like, wow, this is awesome. And then after the match, he tells me, yeah, that was a bad idea, me bringing Sandstorm, because it made your Shuckle special defense go through the roof. And I was like, wait a second, that's what? Like, I completely forgot about this Sandstorm boost, and as soon as I found out, I was like, right, I'm slapping T-Tar onto my bug team. That's going to be my non-bug type, and from there it just happened, and my bug gym team was pretty damn solid, centralized around Shuckle. So that's kind of how I started using him. To be honest with you, I didn't breed Shuckle myself. Like I was getting people to breed for me. Like in O&M, I was trading people different things at that time, and people were breeding for me. The funny thing is that the Shuckle was actually he was actually not bred. He was salved, but at the time I didn't know that. There was this guy called Neon Spark, and he was actually a salver. And back in those days, if you salved, you got shot and hung up and just killed brutally. But as soon as people found out that he was a salver, he was like relegated from the forums and everything. It was kind of terrible. But this Shuckle he gave me was like level 92, and it was salved. But I didn't really figure that out until I realized how would you level up a Shuckle to 92 without rare candies and all that stuff. So that's what happened, and Shuckle came into being. But like using him on my Sandstorm team was kind of an inspired thing. The Sandstorm team came about by a lot of randomness, really. Like I had a Specs Garchomp that I was using at the time, and I wanted to use that with some stuff. So I was like, hey, Chomp works well with Sandvale, I'll throw T-Tar in there. Hey, T-Tar works well with Shuckle, I'll throw Shuckle in there. Hey, Shuckle works well with Dugtrio because I can Encore something, bring it into Revenge Kill. Hey, Shuckle also works well with Lucario, I can set up Swords Dances, all that good stuff. So that's kind of how the Sandstorm came into being, Sandstorm team, and it worked pretty nicely, as has been documented many times. But there you go. That's the story of Shuckle. That's how he came into being. That's why I use him so goddamn much, because he has over 900 Spec D. That is not something you should laugh at, and it is something you should fear, to be perfectly honest. So there you go. Alright, so next question is, why did you start Wi-Fi battling? Right, okay, let me think about this. The first sort of exposure I had to Wi-Fi battling it wasn't from YouTube itself, and to be honest, I was more exposed to the idea of EV training and IV breeding before competitive battling even crossed my mind. Basically at the time, my friend, he basically was finding out a lot about Diamond and Pearl, and he went on Cerebi a lot, and he see, the funny thing is, my other friend and I used to take the mick out of this other friend, because he would always go on like in Gen 3 about like speed and special defense and all that other stuff. So yeah, my friend was really obsessed with like speed and special defense and all that, and my other friend and I used to take the mick out of him, and because we didn't know what special defense was and we were idiots, so we were like, oh, you look at him and his special defense. That was a running joke because we didn't understand at all, and he did. So he kind of brought around the ideas of EVs and IVs and all that good stuff. It was actually EVs to start with. We didn't find out about IVs for about a month after that. So we just started EV training, guys, really. I used a guide by a guy called Mario Taz. You can find it on YouTube. Just type in Mario Taz EV training, and that is the guide that I used. It's I think he was on O&M as well, Mario Taz, but he was this guy who told us how to EV train a Dragonite, and so we went and we learned how to EV train and all that stuff, and that's kind of how it started. But in terms of like Wi-Fi battling in general, I just went to O&M, and that's kind of where I learnt my craft, as it were. That's where I had most of my early battles, and I played lots of people there. Generally just was enjoying it a lot, and making guys was difficult, so a lot of the time I wasn't using too many different guys and stuff. I was using pretty much the same team, and that first team that I used was kind of it was interesting. It was okay. It was okay, It was pretty decent. I enjoyed using it. So, in terms of like the YouTube thing, I didn't like really clock onto that until late, let's say November or November, December of 2007. That was kind of when I started that's when I made my account. That's when I went onto YouTube and well, I think that's yeah, okay, that question's going to come up later anyway, but yeah, I found all the YouTube guys, and I was like, hey, let's try this out. So grab my camera, and that's how it started. So yeah, there you go. I know lots of people learned their craft from YouTube and kind of discovered it from YouTube, but YouTube kind of didn't exist when the website did, but the Pokemon, narration and all that video scene didn't really exist when I started. So I had to learn my craft from the forums of O&M and just generally experience. So that's how it went, and that's how I started. Three, what is your favourite band? I've loads of people been asking me this, and this is so freaking difficult for me. I have too many. I listen to far too many bands, and it's not healthy. Well, it is healthy, like I think so, but top three would probably be Alter Bridge, Green Day, and Paramore. Probably are my top three. Overall, I'm not, but there's loads of. I mean, there's Muse, there's frickin' like Versa Emerge. I've been listening to a lot recently, and Hey Monday, them two. Both of those very similar. Not very similar, but people would murder you for saying they're very similar. But that's blah, 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 blah. Metallica. I used to listen to lots of Metallica back in the day. Talking about like 2 years ago. Jesus Christ, I'm not that old. Foo Fighters are big. I'm gonna see them in Milton Keynes in the Milton Keynes Bowl this summer, so that should be fucking awesome. Yeah, Foo Fighters as well. Let's think. What else? Panic at the Disco, obvious choice. They are incredible, like fucking awesome. I've been listening to them for like going on 6-7 years now. Amazing, like never disappoint me. Their new album is absolutely fucking awesome. And Queen was probably one of the first bands I ever listened to, and all their stuff is very, very good. Haven't listened to much of it recently. Sum 41, I went to see them as well. They are so good live. Like the atmosphere that they create and the craziness of the crowd is so awesome when they play live. Definitely, I recommend you go see them if you're a fan. But that's a few, and also things like I've got Breaking Benjamin as one of my intros. I don't really listen to them that much anymore, but they're still good. And like people like Skillet and 3 Days Grace, Three Doors Down, those sort of type of other sort of alternative stuff. Yeah, I think I've said as many as I can. Oh, Biffy Clyro too. Them too. Loads of fucking. There's loads. There's too many to name, but up the top there is Alter Bridge, Green Day, and Paramore. Those are my top three probably. So there you go. I can't really choose. I just can't do it. So. Fourth question. We're still on Icaro Farron here. He has 10, but these are questions, as I said, which lots of people ask, so we'll just go through them accordingly. So, do you like 4th or 5th gen Wi-Fi? I like both, and this is 5th gen. I don't think it's really evolved enough yet for me to truly love it as a Wi-Fi scene. But I am enjoying it, I'm enjoying, experimenting and all that stuff. It's definitely a lot of fun. But for just pure fun and satisfaction and just being able to know the game and read the game, 4th gen I still think is superior. I mean, I had 3 games a couple of nights ago, 1 with Ferris and 2 with Nick, and I just felt like I was so much more in control in 4th gen. Like, I just knew things more instinctively, and I was much more confident in, what I was doing. And generally, Nick just fucking train wrecks me in 5th gen, but 4th gen I was able to, bite right back at him and give him a taste of his own medicine. So I really do enjoy 4th gen still. It's just a shame that not many people are still playing it, so it's very difficult to find battles, which is why I haven't really been posting 4th gen. I wanted to keep posting both, but it's really quite difficult to find 4th gen battles these days, and it also, it's just, I don't know. I really want to keep doing it though. It's definitely so much fun, and the thing with 4th gen is I feel so much more tied to the guys that I have just because I've been using for longer. A lot of them I've just been using for so long, and so many of them I bred myself and trained myself, so that connection between them is kind of there, sort of thing. Kind of sounds weird to say, but if you've never bred before, if you've never EV trained, you don't really know what sort of long, arduous process it is to go through to get one of these guys, so you kind of become a lot more attached to them, and and strangely enough, like, they seem to work out a lot better than my saved guys in 4th gen did, so it's really weird in that sense, but definitely both Wi-Fi scenes, I enjoy both of them. So there you go. Who is my favourite YouTuber? Now, I'm not sure if you want to know Pokemon based or other based, but let me just bring up my subs box here, if I can. In terms of like overall, I don't really watch too many Pokemon YouTubers anymore. I mean, definitely not as many as I used to. But let's see here. Okay, here's my subs box. You'll never know what YouTube just did. YouTube just changed privacy settings so that my subs box disappeared from sight. I don't know why that happened, but it disappeared off my page. But here it is now, right? Okay. In terms of like video game people in general that I watch a few LPers. I don't watch too many, but I watch Nintendo Capri Sun is probably my number one in terms of just enjoyment and everything, and just him as a person and everything. I think he deserves all the success he gets, in my opinion, because he's definitely one of the best guys on YouTube. I really enjoy his stuff. So he's one of my most watched. I also watch Batman 9502. He's another Let's Player, and he's a completely different style to Nintendo Capri Sun, but I like that sort of contrast between the sort of comedy routine and the walkthrough style. So he's definitely another one. And recently I've been watching a lot of Minecraft videos from Blue Zephos from the Yogscast. Like before my exams, I went through and watched. During my exams, I went through and watched the whole of season 1 and 2 of the Minecraft stuff. It was so addicting. Like season 1 was absolutely awesome. It was hilarious. It's just like two British guys fucking around on Minecraft. It's hilarious. Even if you don't like Minecraft or you've never sort of tried it out before, I would just recommend just watching it for the plain hilarity of it, because those guys are fucking awesome, and I just recently discovered them, but they are really good. So definitely I can't even speak. How am I gonna expect myself to speak anymore? But okay, and who else? Like big YouTubers, I watch Mystery Guitar Man. I think he's cool. Keep getting interrupted. Also watch, who else is a big YouTuber I watch? Nigga Higa I watch. And in terms of video game people, actually, I just discovered the Aussie Gamer. He's really cool as well. Like, he doesn't really do any Nintendo stuff, but he's always the multi-plat gamer. He's very, very cool. Also someone who's just recently come to the attention of a lot of people on the LP Mosh Pit, a guy called Johnny Awesome. He's really, really good. He's just like an up-and-coming LPer, and he's one of the most talented, that is, guys that I found in a while. He's very funny, and he just doesn't really take himself too seriously, which I enjoy. And definitely go check him out, Johnny Awesome. He's very cool guy. In terms of like Pokemon YouTubers that I watch these days, I only really watch like 2 or 3 people. 2 people that I watch the most are Magnitude and Quando Ren 66. I've got that balance there between Steve's hilarious narrations and Elo's more sort of laid back and serious narrations. So I like both of those styles a lot, and I think both of them have sort of crafted their art to such a stage where they're so comfortable in it, and they really know what they're doing. So those 2 guys are really the guys I watch a lot of. I'll watch every video they put out, but other people, I'll watch Xerxes when he puts stuff out whenever he does, because he's not as he doesn't put things out as often as other people. And I watch people that I talk to a lot, like Nick and Fizz, and Sheikah doesn't even do anything, but when he does, yeah. And Ferris, go subscribe to Ferris. Ferris is like the greatest person of all time. I don't know why he doesn't have like 50k by now, but he should. So all go subscribe to Ferris now, because he's Ferris and he deserves it, and he's awesome. So but yeah, Elo and Steve, my top 2, and then I watch like Rick quite a bit as well. That's pretty much it. Like these days, I don't watch too many other people. I kind of keep it sort of a small crowd of people I watch, so that I don't get sort of drowned as it was. It's really easy to get drowned in all the stuff that comes out and other stuff. But I'll watch a Mosh Pit video every once in a while. I'll watch a beta video every once in a while. But apart from that, I keep my schedule of watching people pretty tight, and I don't really stray from that. So there you go. That was long-winded and really unnecessary, but I have a habit of just making things long-winded and really unnecessary, and I'm afraid that I've missed someone out that I watch, but I don't think I have. I don't know. But there you go. That's it. Okay, I guess we should probably move on to the next question. Okay, question 6. Is the answer to everything 42? Yes, it is. Moving on. Question 7. Who inspired you to narrate battles? Okay, so this is kind of going back to the heyday of the big three, as I like to call them. At the time when I started, you had Xerxes, who founded Tenerations and was steamrollering on with like his 2,000 or whatever, how many subs he had when I was watching him. And then you had his wingmen. His wingmen was ZMT, Zelda Master Timmy, and TSP, the Shadow Project. But all three of them very distinctive, like all of them really distinctive, and all had their own sort of style, and were very comfortable in what they did. And you knew that lots of people were going to be inspired to start because of these three, because they were doing what they were doing so well that many people kind of wanted to jump on the wagon. I was one of those people. I was like, I think one day I was just looking on YouTube for Pokemon battles, and Xerxes videos came up, and I was like, God, this guy has incredible strategy, and I was like, wow, this is pretty damn amazing. So I started watching his and just watched lots and lots and lots, and kept going through and started learning a lot more about prediction and stuff that way. And then I kept on following him, and ZMT and TSP I found soon after that. Both of them really, TSP is fucking hilarious. Back in the day, he was awesome. His intros were unparalleled. No one could come close. I wish he still had all his videos up, because those intros are just things of glory. I just remember some of them so well. Really, really awesome stuff. And then ZMT was just really good at the game. He was really damn good, and he had lots of sort of teams that he would use, familiar faces that you would see often, his 80 wall team, and his Glaceon called Zelda because of the ears and all that good stuff. I remember a lot of that, but those three were really the guys who made me want to post, and I was like, this should be fun. I'm going to enjoy this, and that's kind of how it happened. Really, I don't know. It's a shame ZMT and TSP didn't leave their videos up still, but I still have those memories of watching them, and definitely awesome people. One thing which I wish was still on YouTube was this video where TSP and ZMT were in a call, and they were in a call with some other dudes as well, and ZMT's grandmother was there, and that was such an awesome video when she just started talking, and that was, if people remember that, then you're awesome, because that was an awesome video. I remember that, and that's a shame it doesn't exist anymore. But hey, there you go. So there you go. Those are the three dudes who inspired me, and there we go. And now I'm doing it to other people, which is just weird, but I guess that's what happens. So, number 8 here on this list of Icaropharaon's questions. Who is your favourite Pokemon from each generation? Holy fucking crap, that's gonna be... oh god. Cerebi, where are you? Come here, Cerebi, you're my friend. Oh, hi, Cerebi. Hi, how you doing? Okay. Gen 1, Kanto. Favorite thing to use from Kanto. What do I use a lot? You know what? I'm just gonna say, got it. Gen 1, Pinsir, without a doubt. I loved Pinsir. I remember back on Blue going into the Safari Zone and trying to get myself a Pinsir for so goddamn long, because I just thought that thing was awesome. So Pinsir, fits in with a bug theme. Bug Pokemon, I don't know what it is, but they all seem to be awesome, and there you go, Pinsir. I'll say Pinsir from Gen 1. He was, yeah, definitely. Let's go with that. Johto has so many Pokemon that I fucking just love to pieces that it's not even fair. So it's kind of just it's just stupid. But I'm going to go with my old classic, which is Houndoom. I bet all of you are thinking Shuckle, but no. Back in the day, if I'm talking about pure nostalgia, then Houndoom is my numero uno, and I think followed closely behind is Espeon, mainly because it took me forever to get an Espeon. Like, I had my Eevee at level 40 before it evolved, and I was like, that day that it evolved, I was so freaking happy when I got that Espeon. You don't even have any idea how happy I was, because I managed to get my Eevee so happy that it was an Espeon, so I was happy. So Houndoom and Espeon, I can't really choose between those two, to be honest, but both of them awesome. Hoenn, everyone says Hoenn's the junk region, don't they? They all say Hoenn is the junk region. There is bullshit from Hoenn, but I've got to choose something, and something that I use often from Hoenn. Not really anything that comes to mind. Nothing really jumps out at me. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Jirachi. Just from a competitive standpoint, as well as just a look standpoint. I've always felt Jirachi was the best out of the regions in terms of, Mew and Shaman and all those other guys. I've always felt Jirachi was the best sort of looking one, and competitively it's the one I like to use the most. So let's go with Jirachi for Gen 3. Gen 4. You know what, I'm going to go with Dialga, just for the pure sake of him being such a boss in Ubers. I really like Dialga in Ubers, like, competitively, and he also looks pretty effing cool too. So Dialga, Gen 4, I don't think there's anything else in Gen 4 that really catches my eye/ear, but we'll go that. Or Chomp and freaking Dialga. Oh, Toxicroak, Jesus man, don't forget Toxicroak. Oh, too many people. But yeah, no, okay, let's go with Toxicroak and Dialga. Yeah, that's a Toxicroak. I can't forget Toxicroak. What a man. What a man. 5th gen. This is what everyone's talking about these days, because it's 5th gen and it's out already and other stuff. So obviously we've got Cobalion, because he's the GOAT. Everyone loves GOATs, and Cobalion is a master of a GOAT. He is a GOAT master, and he lives forever as the GOAT. So he is the one and only. Secondly, followed up with the Victini there, because Victini has replaced Jirachi as my favourite 100 base stat poke thing, because I love Victini so very much. Just its design and its everything about it, the aura it surrounds it, it just is awesome. It just is. It just looks so awesome, and it competitively is so awesome. So it's so versatile, like really versatile. I cannot believe, like, I could make like 60 Victini sets and they'd all be like vastly different. They're all like so much versatility with that guy. So there you go, those are my favorites. I had to kind of randomly choose a couple of them, but there you go. That was my favorites from each gen. So why is your username Emperor ZNB if you're called NBZ? Okay, so as I said before, like earlier on, I didn't actually create this account until I started watching battles. So I wanted to just have an account for watching stuff, for subscribing to people with, and for generally commenting and rating stuff. That's what I wanted it for. So here's the story. I go to YouTube, and I go there, I'm like, okay, let's register my name. My name is NBZ, that's what I call myself everywhere, and that's my forum name and everything, and I go there, and I'm like, okay, NBZ, let's type this in. YouTube comes back to me and says, fuck you, NBZ's taken. I'm like, well, who the hell calls themselves NBZ apart from me? That is my unique name, and no one else should steal it. But they did, there you go. So I'm like, okay, you know what, I played RuneScape in the past. On RuneScape, I called myself Lord NBZ, because, I was just so egotistical and gave myself titles because I was that cool. So, I go type in Lord NBZ, and YouTube comes back, it says, hey, Lord NBZ, fuck you, that name's taken. I'm like, really? Really? You're kidding me? Like, really? I'm thinking, this YouTube place must be pretty big, so there we go. I'm like, well, screw this, what am I going to call myself now? Well, I was like, you know what, let's go one step further, let's call myself Emperor NBZ, let's go fucking egotistical here. And I go to YouTube, and I type in Emperor NBZ. Guess what YouTube said? They said, "Fuck you, Emperor NBZ. Your name is taken." What the hell? Like, how? Really? Like, I just sat there at my screen, just saying "really" to the screen, and the screen couldn't respond to me, of course, because it's a screen. It can't do that. So I gave up. I decided to just give the hell up. I was like, I'm calling myself Emperor, and then NBZ can just, I don't even care. We're gonna muddle the letters up, and I'm just gonna put them in any random freaking order. So Emperor Zenub was born, which is just Emperor NBZ, but with the letters swapped around, because I just couldn't get a username. It was so saddening. It was so saddening. But I guess that's what happens when you come to YouTube and realise that every name is taken, which is frustrating. But there you go. That's the story. That's how it all came to be. So, and NBZ, my actual NBZ name, I think someone else was asking this. I might as well touch on it right now. But the name NBZ itself comes from Pokemon Blue, right? So, back in the day, I was playing Pokemon Blue. Like, I didn't have Game Boy of my own. My sister got one first for her birthday, and I wanted a game, so I was like, oh, I really want this Pokemon Blue game. You know, Pokemon hype was at its maximum at this time. I can't remember when it was. It was like 99 or something, or 98, when Pokemon was just like on top of the world and just ruling everything. Like, the trading card game was in school and everything, and that was how I was first introduced to the franchise, was through the trading card game. I'm sure a lot of people were as well. It was either through the trading card game or the anime that lots of people were introduced to it. So both of those sort of coupled together was how I was introduced to it. But I wanted the game. I wanted the video game that started it all. And so I picked up Pokemon Blue, and I was like, okay, let's put in my name. So I put in my initials, which are N and B, and I put those in, and then I can't remember what happened exactly, but I think someone like called me, and I turned my head and my fingers went weird, and somehow like the D-pad slipped and my finger slipped on the A button, and it clicked Z, and then it hit enter. And it was completely accidental. So I like, NB was my initials, and then this Z just appears on the end. I'm like, okay, well, that's cool, let's roll with that. So there you go, my name is an accident, and that's how it happened. NBZ was born from Pokemon Blue, my first Game Boy game, and it has been my online name, my in-game name, my general own name thing forever since then. So since I was a wee lad, I was calling myself that. So there you go, that's where the name NBZ comes from, if you ever wondered, if you ever had that doubt as to why that was my name. There you go. Okay, so okay, question 10. What is your real name? Now, this is something that I have not really said at all ever, or, you know, people who I talk to often know, but, you know, I haven't really just publicized it on the internet, because personally, to be honest, I really don't like my name. Like, the issue with it is that it's an Indian name, and it's very difficult for like people in the UK to pronounce it because of the spelling and the way that you say it. So the thing, like, all my friends like call me by my name, but they call me by a mispronunciation of it, which I'm not really bothered by, because it kind of sounds weird when they try and say it the proper way. But here you go, I'm just building up the tension here before I actually reveal my name, which is stupid, because it's stupid anyway. So I will write it down on the bottom of the screen, and it is spelled N-A-M-A-N. It is a palindrome. If you know what a palindrome is, it means that you can say it the same way forward as you can say it backwards. But many people have pronounced it in many different ways, like Steve in videos long gone in the past, which you can go and look up if you have the know-how. He would just randomly shout, "Naman!" Like, "Naman what?" Like, that would what he would do. He would just like shout that out, and then people wouldn't have a clue what he's talking about, but that was him just saying my name. But the way you pronounce it is Numan, like Numan, not Naman, not Naaman, not Naaman, not Niman, not Newman, Naman. And it is a Hindi name, and it means greetings. It's from the Hindi Namaste, which means you know, it's like a welcome greeting and all that good stuff. And that is how you pronounce it, Naman, and that is how Indian people can say it because that is what they do. They hello Naman, how are you today? I am good. I am very good. What about you? So that's how that comes, and that's how that goes. But you know, most people can't really pronounce it, so I let them say it however the hell they want to say it, and unless it's something retarded like Naaman, because I can't fucking stand that. That just grinds my gears, more like. There you go. It is revealed. So do with it what you will. Go and write it on the walls or something. I don't even care. Whatever. Okay, that's the 10 questions from Icaro Faron. That took me, how long did that... Shit, I'm at 37 minutes. Holy fuck, I've answered one guy. One comment out of 314. That took me 37 minutes. Do you want to actually take a guess at how long this would take me if I was to actually go through... Jesus Christ. Okay, let's move on to some other things. Let's see if I can find some other stuff. Okay. Do you think Shuckle would be OU if his base HP was higher? If Shuckle's base HP were higher, he would be banned from all competitive play at all. Like, seriously, I really don't think that... Jesus, like... Imagine this. Imagine if Shuckle had base 100 HP. Imagine a 404 HP Shuckle with fucking 900 spec D. That is so disgustingly good that I cannot even begin to imagine. So yes, he would be OU, and to be honest, he would probably be suspect, but you know, that's my opinion on the matter, and other people would beg to differ. But hell, if Shuckle had base 100 HP, I would be scared for my life, like really, really scared for my life. So there you go. What are your thoughts on Project Cafe, the Nintendo new console? Of course, sorry, I'm going to read out the names of these people who gave me these questions, because I feel that you need to do that, and you need to give people credit where credit is due. So the person who asked the Shuckle question was Zyzemo, there you go. Next question, this one, the Project Cafe one, is from Chenmaster2. I recognise the name. I think he's been commenting on my videos a while, so props to him for being around, I guess. My thoughts on Project Cafe. This is so relevant right now, it's not even funny. I'm recording this video on the Sunday. The Nintendo E3 press conference is at 9 AM on the Tuesday after this Sunday, so it's really soon, like super soon. So I am just like, I have E3 fever right now. I cannot stop thinking about it. I'm watching videos of everything going on IGN like every day, and just I'm thirsty for it, really I am. But I'm really excited about Project Cafe, and I have no idea what they're going to pull. I don't know what sort of launch titles they're going to be, but I think that, I don't know, bringing back things like F-Zero and like Wave Race, people have been talking about, I think, and sort of franchises that have been left by the wayside during the Wii generation, sort of getting a nice resurrection in HD and everything. And there's lots of talk of Rockstar putting GTA 5 on there, lots of talk of just third parties getting involved a lot more because it's an HD console, and the online apparently is going to be incredible. There's fucking touchscreen controller everyone's talking about. There's too many rumours right now, but baseless speculation is fun, you know. Baseless speculation is hella fun, and I am so excited for this unveiling, you have no idea. So I might actually like stream myself. This just sounds really weird, but I might stream myself watching the E3 conference. So like on Tuesday, I might just set up a webcam, just put it on Justin TV, and people can watch my reactions if you want. I don't know if anyone would be interested in that, but I don't know. But I'm just gonna be watching E3. I thought maybe make that more interactive for people who people who are also excited about it. That would be fun, I guess. Like do a stream and do reactions and all that good stuff. And I think I might actually just do a post-conference wrap-up video. I've seen lots of people do that in like years past. It's something I've always wanted to do, like a video after E3 has happened, after the conference has happened, and give my my thoughts on how good it was, whether they won the show or whatever. But I'll probably do that as soon as the conference is over. So you can look forward to that if you're interested in anything Nintendo and all that good stuff. So. Next question from Pokemon Battle Forever. He says, were you ever in Germany, and what did you think about German people? I've never been to Germany, so I don't really know anything about German people. The only thing I know, I know a lot, I don't know a lot, but I've known German people in the past. There was this one exchange kid who came to my prep school, and his name was Philip, and he was the one guy who introduced me to the Fire Emblem series. He had his Game Boy Advance and he had Fire Emblem, and he introduced me to Fire Emblem, so I guess I can, thank him for that and all that good stuff. And he also helped me get through a part in Metroid Fusion that I was stuck on for so goddamn long it was unfunny, and he kind of gave me my confidence back for beating that game, and I did in the end, and it's turned out to be one of my favorite games of all time. So he had a lot of influence on my sort of gaming habits when he was there. But I've never been to Germany before. It's somewhere I'd definitely like to go to. I don't know, I'm guessing that you're German, seeing as you asked the question, but yeah, it's definitely somewhere I'd like to visit. Sounds really cool. And his second question is, what do you think about Minecraft? And as I said just earlier, I've been watching a lot of Blue Z-Foss, the Yogscast, and their Minecraft videos. And I downloaded it maybe 2 weeks ago. I've been playing it on and off. I haven't been playing it too much. I'm kind of just I want to just watch through all of these Minecraft videos first, and then sort of go back to Minecraft, do a lot more of it myself, and sort of get a lot more into it. And then I don't know, at some point I might start doing videos on it. I don't know if people would be interested in that at all, but that would probably go up on my Let's Play channel. I don't think it would really be suited to this channel, unless it was Pokemon related in some way, which I don't really. Pokemon related Minecraft videos bore me to death, so I wouldn't really do that, to be honest. So yeah, random Minecraft videos might just go on my LP channel in the next few months or so, if I feel like it. But we'll just have to see how that goes. But yeah, definitely, I recommend people to just watch those guys if you just want to feel for what Minecraft is like. And they kind of go over the top, but it's so awesome that it's unbelievable. They're my favorite YouTubers currently, to watch. But otherwise, yeah, that's the Minecraft there. Let's talk about that. Let's have a look through other ones here. I've got two comments in quick succession about beer and going to the pub, and the first one's from AA Amazing. The good old Irish AA Amazing. Everybody loves the Irish, and I bet you he's going to be drinking some Guinness right now, cause he's AA Amazing. That's what he does. He just talks to the Irish, and that's what he does. And I like to use the accents a lot, but Irish is definitely one of my favourite accents. I really think it's absolutely fantastic. So there you go. AA Amazing asks, if all the PMP directors got together, who would you buy the first round of drinks? And I say, without hesitation, I'd buy them Mr. Fizzy Stardust, because, ladies and gentlemen, Fizzy Stardust and I, it is our eternal dream that Fizzy Stardust and I will go to a poob. A poob, that is a pub for you people who don't speak our language. We'll go to a poob in England or Scotland or wherever, and we will have a good old drink, me and Fizzy. So that's who I would buy the first round of drinks for, without doubt. And then the other questions from Jumbo Jibdy Job. Jumbo Jibdy Job. What a name. Of all the PMPB directors, who would you most likely have a drink with? And of course the same answer applies. Fizzy Stardust. What a man. What a legend. And that would be hell a lot of fun, not gonna lie. We would just be drunk, then we'd make a YouTube video, and it would be funny, and yeah, that's what would happen. Okay, let's have a look here. What is my favourite tier? This is kind of difficult. I mean, my philosophy in playing this game has never really been to whore, as it were. The enjoyment I take from this game is using a variety of things, and using things which you kind of don't really see that often, backed up by some solid things. So a lot of the time, half my team will be solid sets, which I am, well known and will work to perfection, and then I'll throw in three or four whatever dudes I want to experiment with. So therefore I kind of get a balance, so I can bring in solid pokes when I want to, and I can bring in random shit whenever I feel like it, and I like that balance. And that's why I say I never ask for an OU battle, because all OU means is use whatever the fuck you want, and that's my philosophy, is use whatever the fuck you want. So that's why I just call it standard, because standard just means bring what you want, and I don't really say OU and all that stuff. But I have never been a fan of UU. UU is one of my least favourite tiers, probably is my least favourite. In 4th gen anyway. 4th gen UU was, there was so many people complaining back in the day about how OU was broken. UU was so much more broken than OU. It was unfunny, like how much it was centralized and how much like it was the same 6 guys every team. It was just terrible. Like UU was so centralized and just horrible, just too much. I couldn't really handle it. It was boring. I didn't enjoy it, and I rarely played it. So there you go. NU is fun because NU is just piss around for me. I just bring loads of bullshit crap. You know, you can play NU seriously. There are lots of guys who do play NU seriously. Scott, the acoustic kind, for one, he's a solid NU player. Like he is the NU whore, as it were. He uses a lot of the top tier NUs. But you know, if I play NU, I just bring what the hell I want. I bring Mantler and all his friends. So that's basically what I do in NU. I never really play, like, the only tier I play semi-seriously is standard. But my favourite tier, as most people know, to play just for the pure fun of it, is Ubers. And Ubers is just a metagame which not many people play, and it technically isn't a metagame in itself because Ubers is a ban list. Ubers is just a ban list for the OU metagame, but it kind of developed into a metagame of its own, and it's really, really fun. Like, there's so much crazy shit that happens in Ubers, and like what happens so much in Ubers, which never happens in OU, is when things live and you never expect them to. Like, things just live. Almost every single Ubers game I've ever had, something has lived with such a small, minuscule amount of HP and has saved me the match and like just saved my skin. And the Ubers, though you see a lot of the same guys around, they're so versatile, and that's the reason they're banned, because they have such high stats and their move pool is so varied and so versatile that you can throw like 12 sets for one guy and you won't know which one your opponent is running. So though you see the same guys a lot, the sets are so varied, and you really see a lot of different things which you really just wouldn't see otherwise. So Ubers is the most fun. Standard's what I play the most. NU's just for a piss about, and UU's kind of gay. But 5th gen UU kind of is looking up. I think 5th gen UU is more like 4th gen OU, as Wild Chase kind of said. So I don't know, maybe I'll play some more UU, but I generally just like playing standard because it means I can use what I like and use whatever I want. So there you go. Okay, there's so many questions about fucking shuckles. Like, seriously, like at least like 30 of these comments are like sexual innuendos around shuckle. I just you guys, you're so never mind. I'm just gonna leave it because never mind. Oh, okay, here we go. This is my favourite question. It comes from Witchcraft98. She's alive. She lives, yeah. No, she leaves, like, the most awesome comments, I swear to God. She leaves comments all the time on my videos, and they're always really, really awesome. But this is my favourite question that I was asked. Like, really, this is such an awesome question. If you could take all your subscribers on holiday to anywhere in the world, where would you take us? Like, that's awesome. Nick replied to her, because Nick came on my video and he started replying to like every question with stupid answers, and Nick replied hell, because, you know, he's Nick. But I would take all my subscribers to Japan, without a shadow of a doubt. Would go to Japan. I have always wanted to go to Japan, and you know, where better to go than the home of the Pokemans themselves. And there's so much like gaming media there and everything, and so much other random crap in Japan. And like, Japanese food is without a doubt my favorite food in the world. I love Japanese food. It is my favorite cuisine. So like, there are so many benefits to going to Japan that not going would hurt me so dearly inside. So there we go. That is my my choice to Japan. We'd go there, we'd have a jolly old time, we'd go find some epitaphs, we'd hang about, we'd chill out, it'd be fun, it would be awesome. And we'd go to like the Pokemon Center shop and buy random crap. We'd buy like a Shuckle plushie, and then we'd like raise him onto a stick and hold him above as the glorious Lord of Mankind. And yeah, that's generally what's going to happen. But there you go. That was my favourite question from this bunch, and I have been talking for 51 minutes. So I'm going to end off that. That was the best question of the lot of the 300. I'm sure there are a hell of a lot more that I want to / need to answer, but I'm probably going to do that, and I'll upload it as a separate video, and I'll try and get through as many of these as I can. If you have any more questions which you would like to throw at me, then feel free to throw some more questions at me, and I think I'd like to make this a more sort of like regular feature on my channel. I actually enjoyed doing this. It was good fun, and depending on how much feedback I get from you guys and whether you enjoyed listening to it or not, then I think that this is something we could do relatively regularly, maybe every month, every 2 weeks, whatever. But that's going to be it for today. So thanks a lot, guys, for all the questions you're leaving, and leave some more if you want to. I probably won't get to those next time. I'll just go through these 300 comments again. But there you go. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in the next battle video, which if this is being uploaded on Monday, tomorrow is Tuesday, so you'll get a battle tomorrow. But until then, thanks guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.